So it's another video, except this time it's you and me in the Mustang in the parking lot waiting for Jasmine to get done one of her music lessons. It's her last one before her concert on Saturday. And I thought I would kill this time. It's about a 45-minute lesson doing parts of my video regarding rebounding. Now, doing a lot of research on getting fit, especially at my age, I came upon a bunch of information on the value of using a rebounder. Now, I brought one into the house. It's just a cheap Walmart one. Before I go and spend a bunch of money on a fancy one, I thought I would try out this cheaper one for now to see if I even like the whole, and we'll stick to the whole thing. Now, I'm not going to be spending the whole time bouncing on there and talking to you because, good Lord, neither one of us needs that. So I'll tell you all about rebounding as I take you on a walk down the road on a beautiful day, taking Gus for a walk with a 15-pound rucksack on my back, trying to just get stronger. And yeah, we'll see you on the other side. So here's the thing about life after 60. We're always rebounding from something. Sometimes it's rebuilding bone density and keeping our balance strong, and sometimes it's navigating school drama involving 4 9-year-olds who apparently forgot what kindness looks like. This week, I found myself bouncing on my rebounder in the morning and bouncing into an email, sending it to the school office in the afternoon, one for my joints and one for my sanity. This is the not so peaceful part of my walks. It's a lot quieter on my forest trail walks, but these roads are nicely plowed and it's an easy walk for me and Gus. Now, if you're new here, welcome to Carpe Omnia After 60, where we seize everything: the workouts, the wisdom, the chaos, and occasionally the vice principal, a Mr. Brown. Today we're diving into 2 things that matter a lot at this age: staying physically strong and holding firm boundaries. Turns out both require the same muscles: confidence, balance, and the willingness to stand up straight, even when life tries to knock you sideways. Well, I won't harass them any longer. Let's start with the fun part, the rebounder, and then I'll share how Owen and I stepped in to support our 9-year-old this week when bullying crossed the line. Both stories have something in common, and I'll give you a hint. It's all about learning to bounce back. And of course, those dogs get Ty's wolf dogs going. They're kind of fun to hear. I dived into researching the use of the mini trampoline, and it was amazing how many wonderful things happen to our bodies when we use this very simple piece of equipment. It's not very expensive. The one I have, well, I dug out of the shop, so it was free, but at some point it must have been, $30 from Walmart. Just a simple little thing. You can get them all the way up to almost a couple grand, those fancy ones. But I'm not about to spend that kind of money at this point in the game. And because of most of the results of using the trampoline are beneficial to women our age, I thought I would take a deeper look into it. Now, I have in front of me a list of the benefits of using the trampoline. It goes from increasing bone density, cardiovascular benefit, of which it helps with your high blood pressure. And if you took a look at my other video back a piece, my blood pressure is ridiculous, so this can't but help that situation. Helps with your pelvic floor health. Anybody who sneezes and oops, you know what I mean. Well, it helps with that. It helps with digestion and elimination, helps reduce cellulite, improves your mental health, strengthens your heart. It helps you with your weight loss, reduces your stress, it improves your balance, which is very important as we age. Balance is a huge one. We're trying to prevent falls at our age and as we get older, because falls and hurting yourself, well, it's often very detrimental to you. It's good for your immune system, your lymphatic drainage, your balance, it's low impact, so that's why it's kind to your joints. And it just sounds like all kinds of good. So that's why I'm doing it. Now, how it came to be, I guess there was a NASA connection to using this rebounder. In the 1980s, research showed that astronauts could rebuild bone and muscle strength by bouncing. It's now science-backed, so that's a great thing, especially for us at our age. We are the ones losing our bone and losing our muscle, and we need to keep what we have and gain what we can. This form of exercise is both weight-bearing and aerobic. It's kind of like running or tennis, but it doesn't put a lot of stress on your joints and muscles. The rebounder mat, not your joints, absorbs most of the impact. When you first start out, it's recommended that you bounce lightly with your feet, never even leaving the rebounder. If appropriate, you can slowly work up to slightly higher bounces like jumping jacks and jogging in place. And you see or will see that, will I? I decided to try jumping jacks right away. Over time, you can also increase the time you rebound for 5 minutes per day to 20 minutes or more, and that's why I started with the 5 minutes. And with each day, I'm adding a minute on. And I'll see how high I can get before, I get bored of bouncing around unless I can find something on the YouTube to bounce to. Now, once you work up to this higher level of rebounding, that's when the moderate to intense cardio workout that's similar to jogging comes into place, but it has less effort and less time. And with that NASA study, we found that this weight-bearing exercise is about 68% more efficient than running. So again, all great things. Now, it helps improve your joint health by stimulating lubrication of the joints, and it does not aggravate your arthritis. And let's see here, it also might even stimulate bone growth, which is what one of the studies had done. And it benefits with the balance. It's associated with better balance, coordination, and motor skills, and it's especially important for people at risk for falling, like ourselves. It lifts our spirits. While it benefits us physically, it also helps us feel good. When you're bouncing up and down, it kind of releases serotonin and oxytocin, both known as the happy hormones. Now, it certainly has an impact on cognitive function. As a plyometric workout, now that means that it involves short, explosive bursts of activity. Rebounding increases the blood flow to the brain, which positively impacts your thought processes and your memories. Not to mention, the repeated bouncing also improves neural connectivity. Oh my God, try to wrap my mouth around that word, which affects how you think, feel, and act. This fun workout offers a plethora of other advantages too, including lowering that blood pressure that I mentioned, relieving stress, improving digestion and elimination, toning your glutes, hamstrings, and core, which are your main muscles. As I wrapped up this week between workouts and school meetings, I was reminded of something important. After 60, our strength doesn't just come from our muscles. It comes from how we show up, how we advocate, how we keep choosing to rise even when life throws us a wobble board under our feet. The rebounder helped my body stay strong. Setting boundaries helped our kid feel safe. And both reminded me that resilience is one of our superpowers at this age, and that's what I'm trying to teach our Jasmine. So whether you're bouncing your way to better health, standing up for someone you love, or just trying to keep your own footing, I'm cheering you on. One of the things that we are dealing with right now, with Jasmine especially, is the issue of bullying. Now, it breaks your heart when you're watching your 9-year-old getting bullied at school, hearing all about it, having to jump in there and kind of make the school do what they should have been doing all along. Yeah, she came home the other night off the bus. She was very upset. She was being made late to get on the bus. One of the Queen Bee girls, you know what I mean by Queen Bee girls in the group. Anyway, they were side-by-side lockers, and this Queen Bee would open up her locker, blocking Jasmine so that she couldn't get in there. And this was making Jasmine late. And then Jasmine's rushing to get onto the bus. The Queen Bee was a townie, so it didn't affect her at all to be late. And as she's rushing, she's juggling all her stuff that she didn't manage to get packed into her backpack. 3 of her bully boys were throwing snowballs at her and calling her names. She dropped all her stuff a couple of times, including her favorite new book. And by the time she got home, she was so upset. And boy, oh boy, was I upset. And so was her dad. And so we did email to the teacher, CCing the principal, and we got a few things rolling. One of the things is that the Queen Bee now has her locker moved further on down so that she can't be bothering Jasmine. But also trying to tell Jasmine, we will help her and try to give her strategies and such that we can. But Lord, this stuff never ends. You guys know that. You've been through it. You've been there at school when you were being bullied. I was being bullied. In the workplaces, I don't think you can be at a workplace without there being at least one bully in the crowd. And I had mine all through my nursing career, one there for a good 10 years trying to get me fired. And of course, her minions, and it was really hard to deal with. And then as I'm doing some evening shifts, I'm watching this table of 80, 90-year-old ladies in the long-term care facility being bullies to a special needs old lady. So I'm just looking at this going, holy crap, this just never ends. And so it's just trying to find skills and ways to deal with these kind of people. And that's what we're trying to handle with Jasmine. And if you have any ideas on what you did and what helped in your situation, or stories of what you went through, please share at the in the comments. And thank you so much for being here. And I'll just continue getting my fitness in order and sharing my journey. And we can all just learn together. Take care. Bye-bye.